Slick for the pass on the flow. Tell a bitch steady, go ahead and break it down low. Thoughts fast moving like they on speed dial. And I tell you that I wanna take it.
And over here as well. Let's go walking in the park, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go walking in the park a little bit, exercising. First, I want to do one thing. Lord Sumption, Supreme Court Judge, I will read out what he said. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the British state has exercised coercive power over its citizens on a scale never previously attempted. It has taken effective legal control, enforced by the police, over the personal lives of the entire population. Where they could go, whom they could meet, what they could do, even within their own homes. For 3 months, he placed everybody under a form of house arrest, only qualified only by their right to do a limited number of things approved by ministers. All of this has been authorised by ministerial decree with minimal parliamentary involvement. It has been the most significant interference with the personal freedom in the history of this country. We have never sought to do such a thing, even in wartime, and even when faced with health crises far worse than this. Governments hold power in Britain on the sufferance of the elected chamber of the legislature. Without that, we are no democracy. As the court pointed out, the dependence of government on parliamentary support was the means by which the policies of the executive are subject to consideration by representatives of the electorate. The executive is required to report, explain and defend its actions, and citizens are protected from the arbitrary exercise of executive power. The present government has a different approach. It seeks to derive its legitimacy directly from the people, bypassing the elected representatives. I'm reading Lord Sumption's speech. Lord Sumption, Supreme Court Judge.
Well, what you're doing is bringing people together.
I am exercising my vocal cord. Please keep social distance, all of you. Please keep social distance, all of you.
What you're doing is bringing people together, and there's COVID restrictions in place.
You police officers are bringing the people together.
If you want to go walking, go walking.
We can walk around this park. There are plenty of other people in this park.
That's your warning.
You want to close the park? Close the park. The important point is to note that, apart from the power to prevent events or gatherings, the Act conferred no power to control the lives of healthy people. The measure stood in a long tradition dating back many centuries, by which infectious diseases were controlled by the confinement of infectious people.
What kind of answer is that?
Not the confinement of healthy
You
people.
don't even know Arabic. Yeah? Next time you ask
Under
me,
Section
you ask me,
45C,
shut up. Ever tell say
they have the
shut up.
specific
Take my
power
hand.
to make
I'm not gonna
regulations
accept your apology,
controlling
yeah?
events
Never.
or gatherings.
Go back carefully.
Lord Sumption's speech, Supreme Court Judge till last year. Section 45C, they have the specific power to make regulations controlling events or gatherings. A gathering is not defined. But the context shows it to be concerned with more substantial assemblies than ordinary social interchange in people's homes. The object was to deal with threats to public order. Are we a threat to public order?
No!
Otherwise, the only specific power conferred on ministers is the power to do some things that a magistrate could do. The result is that ministers can make regulations controlling people thought to be infectious. There is no specific power under the Act to confine or control the movement of healthy people.
All you see is war every time you turn your head at night. There's bloodshed on the floor. Mother cries, who cries for her?